The hospital corridor echoed with hurried footsteps as Ethan Ward carried his sleepy daughter, Lily, in his arms. Her small face was pale, her breathing shallow. Ethan, a once confident millionaire widower, now looked like a broken man holding his entire world in his hands. "Please, someone help her," he whispered as he entered the emergency room. When the nurse called the on-duty specialist, a woman stepped in, and time stopped. Her voice, calm yet trembling, said, "I'll take this case." Ethan looked up, his heart skipping a beat. "Amelia?" he breathed. She froze too. It had been 20 years since that summer when he promised her forever, before cruel fate and his family's lies tore them apart. Now she stood before him, not as the girl he once loved, but as Dr. Amelia Hayes, the woman who would decide his daughter's fate. Lily's hand slipped weakly in his. "Daddy, I'm scared." Amelia gently smiled. "Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll take care of you." Ethan's chest tightened. The same warmth he once fell for shone through her eyes. He wanted to speak, but words failed. And then, as Amelia checked Lily's chart, her expression darkened. A single medical note made her pulse race. Lily's rare blood type matched someone she had tried to forget. Someone she once loved. Amelia couldn't sleep that night. The image of Ethan holding his fragile daughter haunted her like a ghost from the past. The man she once loved now carried pain she could feel from across the room. She sat at her desk, staring at Lily's medical report again, her fingers trembling over the paper. The blood type didn't make sense. Ethan's records showed one thing, the child's another. "There's something wrong here," she whispered. Was this just a medical anomaly, or something buried deep beneath years of secrets? The next morning, Ethan waited outside her office, exhaustion etched into his face. "Dr. Hayes," he said softly, using her last name like a shield. "How is Lily?" Amelia swallowed hard, masking her emotions. "We're running advanced tests. It could be a rare condition, but I'll do everything I can." Their eyes met, and for a second, the walls between past and present cracked. Ethan sighed. "You know, Amelia, I never stopped wondering what happened to you." She looked away quickly. "Some wounds aren't meant to reopen, Ethan." But as Lily's test results printed behind her, Amelia's breath caught. Someone else shared Lily's blood type. Someone from her past. And this secret, if revealed, could change all their lives forever. Ethan's world began to blur the moment Amelia asked for a private meeting. The hospital walls seemed to close in as she led him into a quiet consultation room. Her voice was steady, but her hands betrayed the tremor of what she was about to reveal. "Ethan, there's something unusual in Lily's results. Her blood type doesn't match yours." He frowned, confused. "What are you saying?" "There must be some mistake." Amelia hesitated, choosing her words carefully. "Science doesn't make mistakes, Ethan, but people do." "Maybe someone hid the truth." He felt his chest tighten. Memories of his late wife, Claire, flashed through his mind. Her distant behavior during pregnancy, the unexplained trips abroad, the sudden secrecy he'd brushed off as grief. His voice cracked. "You're saying Lily isn't my daughter?" Amelia's eyes softened. "I'm saying we don't know yet, but I'll help you find out." Outside, rain hit the window like shards of memory. Amelia's heart ached watching him crumble. She knew too well the cost of buried truths. And when she returned home that night, her son Noah greeted her with a smile. The same eyes, the same calm expression as Ethan. She froze. Fate wasn't finished with them yet. Noah stood by the window, watching the rain trace slow paths down the glass. "You saw him again, didn't you?" he asked without turning. Amelia froze, her heart pounding. "He's Lily's father," she said quietly. "And yours," Noah muttered under his breath. The words hung in the air like smoke, thick and painful. She walked closer, her voice soft but shaking. "I did what I thought was right, Noah. His family threatened to destroy my career if I didn't disappear. I couldn't risk raising you in that chaos." Noah clenched his fists. "You could have at least told me the truth." Amelia's eyes glistened. "I wanted to protect you." He turned to face her, his jaw tight. "Protect me from what? My own blood?" At that moment, her phone rang. It was the hospital. "Dr. Hayes, Lily's condition is worsening. We need a rare blood match for an emergency transfusion." Amelia's stomach dropped. The same rare blood type, the one Noah had inherited from Ethan. Without hesitation, she looked at her son. "You're her only chance." Noah's expression hardened. "You mean his daughter's chance?" Amelia grabbed his hand. "No, Noah, she's an innocent child. Help her. Not for him, but because it's the right thing to do." Outside, thunder roared, as if fate itself demanded the truth to finally surface. Noah sat in the hospital's waiting area, the sterile lights flickering above him as nurses rushed past. His arm was bandaged from the blood draw, and yet his mind was a storm far louder than the chaos around him. He had agreed to the transfusion, but the truth gnawed at him. "How can I save the daughter of a man who never knew I existed?" he whispered to himself. Through the glass he saw Amelia by Lily's bedside, her calm presence soothing the frightened child. Then the door opened, and Ethan entered. The air in the room shifted instantly. Ethan froze when he saw Noah standing beside the doctor, their resemblance undeniable. The same sharp jawline, the same steady eyes. "Who is he?" Ethan asked, voice barely a whisper. Amelia's heart raced. "He's someone who volunteered to help." But Ethan stepped closer, confusion and realization blending in his gaze. "No," he said slowly. "He looks like me." Noah turned away, fists clenched. "Don't make this about you." "I did what was needed." Ethan's voice broke. "You're my—" "Stop!" Noah interrupted, his tone shaking. "You had your life, your choices. I don't owe you anything." Amelia's voice cracked through the silence. "This isn't the time for the past. Lily is stable now, thanks to Noah." Ethan looked from her to the boy, emotion flooding his face. "Stable?" he repeated softly. "That's what she needs. And maybe that's what we all need." But in Amelia's eyes, Ethan saw something deeper, a truth she could no longer hide. The sun rose gently over the city the next morning, painting gold over the hospital windows. Ethan stood alone in the quiet corridor, watching Lily sleep peacefully through the glass. Her color had returned, her tiny chest rising with steady breaths. Relief washed over him, but so did something heavier, questions, guilt, and a truth that refused to stay buried. Behind him, Amelia approached, her eyes tired but filled with something he hadn't seen in years. Honesty. "She's going to be fine," she whispered. Noah's transfusion saved her. Ethan turned slowly, his voice trembling. "Noah, my son, isn't he?" Amelia closed her eyes for a moment before nodding. "Yes, Ethan, he's yours. I wanted to tell you years ago, but your father threatened my license, my family, everything. I had to protect him." Ethan's hands shook as he ran them over his face. "All this time I thought you left me for ambition. I never knew, his voice broke. I missed his whole life. Tears gathered in Amelia's eyes. But now you have a chance to know him. A soft knock interrupted them. Noah stood in the doorway, his expression unreadable. You don't owe me anything, he said quietly. I didn't do it for you. I did it for her. Ethan stepped closer, emotion cracking through his voice. I don't expect forgiveness. I just want a chance to be part of both your lives. For a long moment, silence reigned. Then Noah looked at Lily and whispered, Maybe she deserves that. As the morning light filled the room, the three of them stood together, not as strangers broken by the past, but as a family cautiously piecing itself back together. Sometimes life's deepest wounds open the door to the most unexpected healing.